Good morning. Welcome to Small Acre Farm and my little dye garden. We're going to pick some indigo this morning, and I have been waiting to do an indigo salt dye, and then we'll go on inside the house and we'll see how that goes. And this is my indigo, my little indigo plant. I planted probably half a dozen little seed pods, and 2 came up, and I think I have enough for just a little bit of a dye. Tucky move. So often you cut the stalks, but I would really like to get a second growth out of these, so I'm just going to pinch the leaves off, and I'm hoping then I'll get a second little season out of them. So this is Japanese indigo. From the 2 little plants that I had, it's really blossomed over the summer. It seems happy in this bed. And I'll continue to do some picking, and then I'll meet you inside and we'll start the dye bath. All right, we're back in from the garden, and I have my indigo leaves. I've read that this is an experiment that you need to do pretty quickly after you harvest the leaves, so I watered the garden and we came right in. Alright, that looks like a nice good pile of leaves. Okay, and then I'm going to start with a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to sprinkle it . Alright, some of them are wilting, I think. I'm going to add a little more salt. Let's try another half a teaspoon. What's going to happen is it should wilt the leaves, which is starting to happen, and then the juice should come out, and then we'll just work the silk in. Oh, it's starting to get juicy. All right. Now I'm going to get my silk, and this is silk that I've pre-mordanted in alum. So that's how I thought I would do this experiment. So I'm using silk cocoons from a little company in India that I get my silk from, called Muse Art. They support local silk growers, and I'm really happy to support them. All right, here we go. Alright, so I'm going to remove the cocoons. We're getting lots of color already. And I'm going to set these aside. And then I think I have a little bit of Erie silk roving here. Just do a little bit of that as well. I think we're still getting a little bit of color. All right, so I'm going to let these sit, and then I'll take some pictures later today and show you the results. All right, so it's been 24 hours since I squished the leaves on the silk. I left the silk outside to dry in a little bit of shade, and then I rinsed until it ran clear, and so I got this really great kind of gray teal color. and I feel like it was a really good experiment. It's not necessarily how I would do big batches of silk or fiber in indigo, but a really wonderful color. And because I wanted to use the last of the leaves, I took this muslin bag and I laid the leaves out, and then I rolled it up like a little jelly roll, and then I rolled that in a towel and set it on the floor and stepped on it a few times to really squish those leaves in, and then I left it for the rest of the day and got this really nice eco dye. So a great use of the indigo, really successful dye experiment. So don't forget to like and subscribe to us, and we'll see you next time.